Lesson number 8. A honey bee speaks. Let's do the reading of the lesson. Students, it's a monologue. Monologue means a long speech given by one person. So let's start. What? Me? A lazy bee? You think I simply have fun all day among the flowers? Oh no. When I am flitting from flowers to flowers, I am actually very hard at work. And that's why I am called not a lazy bee, but a busy bee. Now, here in the lesson, we see that the honey bee speaks about itself. In the park or in the environment, we see that there are many plants and flowers. So we see that bees come and sit on the flower for a little while and flies away. Now we must feel that the bees doesn't have any work. Simply fly from flower to flower. But actually they fly from flower to collect the nectar. So we'll underline the hard words. Again I'll do the reading and we'll underline the hard words. What? Me a lazy bee? You think I simply have fun among the flowers? Oh no, when I am flitting, underline the word flitting. Now what is the meaning of flitting? Flitting means flying quickly and lightly. So underline the word flitting. I am actually very hard at work, and that's why I am called not a lazy bee but a busy bee. Come, I will show you my house and tell you what a lot of we bees do all our life. My house is called a honey comb. Underline honey comb. Now the house of the honeybee is called the honeycomb. It is a big house. It is a big house with thousands of rooms or cells. Underline cells. Each room has 6 equal sides. We take a lot of care to build it. We even produce, underline produce, the material, underline material, for building the comb. It is called beeswax, underline beeswax. Now the house of the honey bee is called the honeycomb. It is a big house with thousands of rooms. Rooms are also known as cells. Each room has 6 sides and all the 6 sides are equal. Bees do not collect things to build house. Instead, they produce some material required to build house, and that material is called beeswax. Now the next para. Do you know, when I was very young, I used to stay at home. But even then, I had to do a lot of work. I had to look after the larvae, underline larvae, the babies that would grow into bees. I had to feed, underline feed them. Now, it means that young bees stay at home doesn't mean that they have no work at home. They had to look after the larvae. Babies are called larvae. If anyone came near our comb to disturb, underline disturb it, I was ready with my weapon, underline weapon, a sting, underline sting. I am not a worker, I am also a soldier, underline soldier. Beware, underline beware. Don't trouble me, underline trouble, trouble. Now the young bees had to feed them and protect them. If anyone came near and disturbed them, then the young bees fight with the weapon called sting. A sting is the sharp, pointed part of the body. Students, please take out your English balbharati. Lesson number 8. We'll continue with our lesson. Page number 17. Last second paragraph. Let's start. Well, to go back to the comb, I had to keep the comb cool by fanning it with my wings. Underline the word fanning. We'll underline the word fanning. The honey bee keep their comb cool by fanning it. Now the next para. Then I had to keep the house in order, put away all the honey and food that other bees brought. Underline brought. From the flowers, underline the word brought, from the flowers. But luckily, underline luckily, I had hundreds of other bees working with me. We all worked together, underline together, without ever fighting, underline fighting. That's one reason why we can build such perfect, underline perfect, and beautiful houses. Students, in a house, we keep our things in proper place. In the same way, honey keep their honey and food in proper place that other bees brought from flowers. Here, hundreds of bees work together. Now the next para, page number 18, first para. Yes, I helped with the house building. Underline the word building. Buildings. 2. We keep making a house bigger and bigger to make room for the babies and for the food and honey we gather. Underline gather. Now students, without ever fighting, honeybees work together. That is why they can build such a perfect and beautiful houses. They make their house bigger and bigger. When I became older, I began to fly off the comb to gather nectar. I take the nectar and pollen from the flowers and carry them back to the comb. Now in this para you will underline nectar and pollen. Nectar is the sweet juice in flowers and pollen is the yellow powdery, underline powdery. Stuff, underline stuff. You see on flowers. I visit hundreds of flowers and make several, underline several, several trips every day without wasting even a single movement, underline movement. The nectar from flowers is too thin. We bees turn it into sweet, thick honey, underline honey, that you like. It's only because you call me a lazy bee that I stopped and explained, underline explained, it all to you. Otherwise, I have not a moment to lose. Bye. Student, your homework is to read the lesson and underline the hard words and learn it.